These are short reflections on agentic AI, without hype.
Agentic AI sounds intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. At its best, it handles the stuff that drains attention. Scheduling, tracking, reminding me of the decisions I already made, so I don't have to remake them. Put this on the calendar, follow up on that email, pre-fill the form I filled 100 times. Keep the thread organized while I focus on the idea inside it. Because that's the point. When the routine is handled, there's space. Space for thinking, for judgment, for creativity. The work only I can do. Agency doesn't replace me. It supports me. It lifts the stuff that pulls me out of flow so I can stay in it. I still choose the destination. I still set the constraints. I still say yes. I still say no. The machine just carries the weight I don't need to carry every minute. That's not losing control. That's relief. That's clarity. And here's the quiet win. When the noise drops, signal shows up. I notice patterns faster. I make cleaner calls. I spend more time on what moves the needle and less on what just moves the clock. Agentic AI isn't about surrendering agency. It's about reclaiming it where it matters most. My taste, my intent, my voice. Let the system handle the scaffolding. I'll build the thing that stands on it. If it gives me an hour back today, that's an hour I can invest in better questions, better craft, better outcomes. Time back isn't a luxury. It's leverage, and I'm here for that.
Agentic AI isn't automation. It makes decisions. It sets its own goals, picks its own path, acts without waiting for permission. That's agency. But agency without direction isn't intelligence. It's just momentum. And momentum doesn't care if it's moving toward the right thing. When machines act for us, we still decide what counts as success. Without that, speed just replaces wisdom. Agentic AI doesn't erase responsibility. It focuses it right on us.
Agentic AI isn't about replacing people. It's about systems that can decide, act, and adapt with less human input. That creates real opportunity, faster workflows, fewer handoffs, less friction. But it also concentrates responsibility. When decisions move faster, the values behind them matter more, not less. The future of agentic AI isn't just technical, it's ethical, organizational, and human.
Agentic AI isn't about speed. Speed is just the surface effect. What actually changes is who decides what happens next. When systems can act, humans still choose direction, goals, constraints, stop conditions. Those don't come from machines. Faster tools don't remove responsibility. They focus it. Agentic AI doesn't remove judgment. It relocates it. Decisions move upstream before execution begins. What's allowed? What's forbidden? What ends the process? Those are human judgments. Automation doesn't decide values. It enforces the ones we encode. Judgment doesn't disappear. It just happens earlier. Agentic AI makes intent visible. Because nothing happens without a defined objective. Someone has to say what success looks like and what failure means. Systems don't want, they execute. Intent comes from people. That's the quiet truth of agentic systems. Tools reveal priorities we used to hide.
Agentic AI isn't autonomy without accountability. Delegation isn't abdication. When tools act on our behalf, responsibility doesn't vanish. It becomes harder to see. Ethics move into design choices. Guardrails are moral decisions. Autonomy always has an owner. If no one's accountable, the system is already broken.
We thought AI would replace workers. Instead, it's exposing their bosses. Agentic AI, systems that can act and decide on their own, is moving through companies. And it's revealing a truth that's been hidden behind meetings, memos, and strategic ambiguity for years. The people at the top don't actually know what they want. The real gap we braced for technical incompetence. we prepared training on algorithms and neural networks. We were looking in the wrong direction. The gaps Agentic AI exposes aren't about understanding technology. They're about decision-making. When you hand a system the ability to act autonomously, you have to tell it what matters. And suddenly, leaders face questions they've been avoiding. What are we optimizing for? Revenue? Customer satisfaction? Employee well-being? You can't optimize for everything. Systems demand clarity that corporate platitudes can't provide. And the harder question, what are we unwilling to trade? Every decision involves trade-offs. Speed versus accuracy. Cost versus quality. Short-term versus long-term. Human leaders have made these trade-offs intuitively, inconsistently, for decades. Hidden behind "it depends." Agentic systems don't accept that answer. They need rules, boundaries, principles. The amplification effect systems amplify whatever you put into them. Clear strategy? Defined values? AI amplifies that clarity. It executes with consistency. But confusion? Contradictions between what you say and what you do? The system amplifies that too. A sales AI optimizing for quarterly revenue burns through customer goodwill. A hiring AI optimizing for efficiency excludes the diverse candidates you claim to want. An operations AI optimizing for cost creates the brittle supply chains you swore you'd never build again. The AI isn't making bad decisions. It's making your decisions with perfect consistency. That's when leaders realize we never actually resolved these tensions. We just managed them, meeting by meeting, hoping the ambiguity wouldn't catch up. What leadership means. Now this is why AI doesn't replace leadership, it exposes it. Real leadership has always been about making hard choices, saying, this matters more than that, drawing lines and defending them. We've just been able to obscure that reality behind complexity. Behind, let me think about it, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Agentic AI removes that buffer. It asks for your actual values in executable form. It turns philosophy into parameters, vision into system behavior. And if you can't articulate what you stand for clearly enough for a system to act on it, you probably weren't as clear with your human teams as you thought. The uncomfortable truth organizations struggling most with AI aren't the ones with outdated technology. They're the ones with unresolved strategic confusion. Leadership teams that never truly aligned on what matters. The most sophisticated system in the world can't fix that. It can only make it obvious. So maybe the question isn't whether your organization is ready for AI. Maybe it's whether your leadership is ready to be this clear, this committed, this honest about what you actually value. Because the systems are coming either way, and they're going to amplify whatever you give them. The only question is, what will that be?